Good morning, and I hope everyone has woke up to a wonderful Sunday morning. I found this photo. Okay, it's actually entitled "I Am an Entrepreneur," and the content really struck me hard because as I read it, I said, "Yeah, that's me." Okay? And it starts out, it says, I believe anything is possible. Listen to the word at the beginning. I believe anything is possible. You know, I mentioned this before about my 5 grandkids and 2 great grandkids. And when I was thinking about legacy years ago, I never thought about, I thought about the grandkids, but I never thought about the great-grandkids. It just didn't dawn on me. So that helped me shape my why. And my why has to do about my legacy with my grandkids. Because we all know how hard life is for us. And I can't speak about you, but I know my grandparents weren't in a position to leave me anything. Okay? Everything that I've been blessed with in life, I had to go out and get it. But now when I say go out and get it, I believed it before I went and got it. You know, something else I saw down here. See if I can find it real quick. Okay, it says, I take flying leaps into the unknown. And I did that when I stepped out of the military after being in 10 years in the service in 1974. I had no idea of what my future looked like. And I had responsibility. You know, I had my lovely wife who had been with me, let me try to remember, 6 years of my military career. Yeah, I think it was 6 years. I'm just doing the dates in my head real quick. Yeah, okay. Something like that. I should have did the math before I did this tape. Anyway, she'd been with me a large portion of my military career. And and of course I had 2 boys, okay, when I stepped out of the military. Now, if you're talking about somebody who was scared, yeah, I was scared. I'm being very honest with you. I was scared of the unknown, you know, because I had not just responsibility for me, but I had responsibility for a family. And I'm going to be honest, when I got out of the military, I had $3,000, and that was it. Okay? Thank God the military paid for my last move. So, moving forward. I got into the card business, and then 6 months later, this opportunity fell in front of me to open my own franchise, which was a clothing store. Now, the hitch was I needed $100,000. Now remember, I said just stepped out there. I mean, yeah, I did have good credit, okay, but I needed $100,000, and I made it happen. I made it happen. It came about. The store was very successful. But again, I took that leap of faith. I didn't know where the money was going to come from. I didn't know how I was going to pay it back. But I did it. Now you talk about hustle. Now you see I'm flipping all over this chart here. I hustle. I hustle my rear end off. Okay? So I took a risk. I took a leap of faith. I believed it was possible and became into reality. Where am I going? Okay? When I stepped into this business, my goal, my belief is that within 2 to 3 years, I would reach $100,000 a month. Okay? Now I say 2 to 3 years because you have to go through a learning phase, then you go through a growth phase. Okay? and then you bloom, you flourish. So I'm in the growth phase right now. I've been through the learning phase the last 3 months, and now I'm in the growth phase, and things are starting to pick up and to kick into place. But I know where I'm going, because I have a belief, I have a why, and I have a goal. Okay? Then it says here, I can create, I can learn. And that's where it starts from. Because as you notice, when you got in, first thing you had to do was go to a learning website. And those videos, in fact, I just looked at them again last night. Okay, because there was something I thought I knew, and when I went to back office to try to find it, I couldn't find it. So guess what? I went back at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I sat here and watched the video that showed me how to do it. And I did it. All right? Some of you listening to this will wake up and see that, I placed someone under you. Some of you are already close to the next rank and don't even know it. Okay? But that's that I learned, and then I did. So, and yeah, when it says here, I know that nothing is unrealistic. I was taught a long time ago that you can do anything in life that you want to do. You just have to find out how. And sometimes you attempt it, and it doesn't work, but you don't say it's not gonna work. I tried it this way, it didn't work, so now I'm going back to try it another way. Example, I placed an ad on my Facebook fan page. And you have to pick what you call interest groups. And the interest groups that I picked wasn't working. So what did I do? After 2 days, I went back and I changed my ad around. I edited it. Then I started getting better results. And the next ad I run, I will try something else. In fact, I'd made a decision to actually go into Thrifty Nickels this week. Why? Because it's like, what is it, something like $25, I think, for the week. And it's a paper, you've seen it in Walmart, or you've seen Penny Saver in your grocery store, but these are papers people pick up and take home. So I know somebody's going to run across my ad. How many? I have no idea. But I know, even when I was in the States, I used to pick that paper up and just take it home and just read it because it was free. That's the way people tick. Okay, where am I at? I'm focused. I take risks. I hustle. I know nothing is unrealistic. I feel overwhelming love. Yeah, I believe we're in a very good group of people, and we're under a couple, speaking of the Johnsons, that they really care about our success. It's like they care about my success, and I care about your success. But that we're all on the same team. They want the success of all of us. What am I missing? I contribute to something bigger than myself. Now that's a big one. All right, because I want you to think about this for a second. I'm finding crazy numbers out there. I found one last night that said that 46% of the eligible people for credit in the United States of America have a credit score of under 600. I think it said 599 and below. My eyes lit up even bigger because I said, we're never going to run out of prospects. Never. What else am I missing? I think I got it all. Contribute something bigger than myself. When I got into this business, that's why I mentioned those numbers, I never had an idea. I would have got in 2 years ago if I'd have known that the numbers, the need was so huge in the United States of America. And we're talking about going into Canada. And I always say, why? With all the people we have right there in our communities, in our city, across the country, as far as I'm concerned, you keep Canada. I don't need Canada. So, yeah, we're definitely a part of something big. Everything runs by a system. This is very important. And as long as you plug into the system, you will have success. Those that choose not to plug in, not to get on the example, the Wednesday night training, there's a Sunday night call. I just saw another one the other day I missed. But there's enough training there. And the groups that you're in, somebody's always dropping nuggets. One of the leaders is always dropping nuggets that you can use for your business. And remember this, right there in your community, you have enough realtors, you have enough used and new car dealers, you have enough tax people, you have enough mortgage lenders that you can go out and make your business partners. And in one of our websites, training websites there, I think it's the momentum.net or something like that. I'm probably messing it up. There's actual letters there that you can use to approach these people, from preachers to realtors. Everything is there. Okay? We just have to take the tools that we have and we have to put them to work, remembering and always having in front of you your why. Think, why did you get into this business? And then you have to always keep in the back of your mind, the more people that you help, the more success that you're going to have. So this business is totally not about you. It's about everybody else, your customers. And if you notice, if you listen to some of the testimonials from some of the leaders in the company, that most of those people started out as clients. Some of them weren't even looking to become a credit repair agent. They just wanted their credit fixed. Alright? So, never, when you're making your list, when you're kicking your business off, when you're advertising, never try to think for another person. Because the person you say, well, I don't think they're interested, or they look like they're doing good, guess what? That's the person that needs their credit fixed. That's the person that could become your business partner and retire you. So always keep your mind open at all times. Right? I wish everyone a lovely Sunday. I thought I needed to save some for the next tape. God bless.